Look around to what you see. There's an SOS ringing out for me.
Zimbabwe is a country located on the southern tip of the African continent. The situation there is dire. Economic conditions have been spiraling downward for some time. The inflation rate is projected at over 150,000% this year, although most economists have simply quit counting. Zimbabwean pastor Peter Zhangazha speaks on a recent trip to the United States.
Employment is a big problem. It's more than 85%. The result of that, a lot of our people have left the country, the professionals, the technocrats, to our neighboring countries like South Africa, Botswana, and even to the UK and many other nations.
This loss of skilled workers has forced the closure of schools and hospitals because there's no one left to teach, nurse, doctor, or administrate.
Like in the schools, there are no teachers as we speak right now. That's what's happening now in the education system is really dead.
But the most telling figures are 001. This sequence refers to meal codes created by the people to describe their daily eating habits.
People had codes for meals where they were eating perhaps morning and afternoon, but now the only meal is like in the evening, if there's anything to eat.
In other words, 001 refers to the meals that you eat per day. 0, no breakfast. 0, no lunch. 1, maybe dinner. But this dinner is no feast.
It's not a meal that you would imagine that you would have on this side of the world. Generally, it's the staple food which we call sadza. If you get sadza and some vegetables or beans, that's it. But our people, when we eat, we do not eat for the nutritious value that we get out of food. We eat to fill our stomach and survive.
The presence of the AIDS virus compounds the severity of the situation. Zimbabwe is now one of the worst affected countries in the world, with an adult prevalence rate of over 35%. This is not simply the result of blatant moral degradation. Economic conditions, particularly the shortage of jobs and food, often pressure breadwinners into leaving the country in search of work, and things spiral downward from there.
Men, they jump the border into South Africa, Botswana, and then they don't come back. When they go there, they find some other women, they live there, and the wives and children are starving. Some of them are actually living like orphans. Lots of sicknesses because they will contract HIV and AIDS, and once in a blue moon when they find an opportunity to come home, they will come and infect the wives. And as a result, many people are dying.
Yet the occurrence of death is far from a relief for those who are still living.
In our cemeteries right now, if you are to go and bury somebody, you cannot just decide to go and bury and then go and bury tomorrow. Sometimes it will take you 3-4 days when you are in a line before your turn comes. It's that bad, and people are living a lot of orphans, and there are many orphans, and people are struggling.
What can be done to help them half a world away? RIM, under the leadership of Pastor David Cunningham, has been partnering with the Zimbabwean people for years in bringing aid to their country. Support programs for widows, orphans, orphanages, and leadership development have been investments into Zimbabwe, as well as well drilling programs, purchases of bicycles for transportation, and monies for general relief. In 2007, a RIM team traveled to Zimbabwe after collecting donations and was able to distribute 20 tons of food at 3 sites around the country. Approximately 1,750 people were fed for 1 month as a result of this drive. Current estimates put the cost of feeding one person for a month at a mere $3 US. The two most critical issues facing Zimbabwe right now are food and water, getting enough of each to stay alive. RIM, short for Rancho International Ministries, has tackled the problem with intense dedication, realizing it will take the efforts of many to meet the growing need. Donations of money are critical in this time. and a more effective method of caring for people can't be found. RIM sends 100% of donations received to meet the need, working with nationals in-country on the ground. Here are some facts. $30 can feed 10 orphans for a month. $100 can support over 30 people for a month. $1,000 brings hope to more than 300. Will you make a decision today to reach across the waters and help a family to survive? This crisis will not just go away without the action of those of us who have the means to make a difference. Your ongoing or one-time donation can be sent by direct mail to RIM at the address provided at the end of this video, or you can visit our website at ranchointernationalministries.org to make an online contribution. Charitable receipts will be provided to the giver by either method. RIM realizes that there are many voices competing for your time and money, but the cry of a people caught in a crisis larger than themselves is deserving of our attention. We thank you for thoughtfully considering what we've had to say. We hope you will partner with us as we live out our slogan, making a world different.
Want to demonstrate the love of Christ, not only by words, but by deeds, as you see.